Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. I'm Roadkill, and today we are on the 14th leg of our flight across America. This will be the last leg of our flight in the DC-3 across America. We'll be taking a flight from Baltimore to JFK International in New York and calling it the end of this series, which is kind of sad, but bittersweet. You know, I'm excited to start something new, but I'm also excited that I'm actually accomplishing the feat of flying across America in the flight sim, which has been a goal of mine for a long time, and I'm finally here. It's so cool. I'm pretty excited about this flight. But anyways, before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button, also the notification bell, so that you can keep up to date on all my latest videos. And I'd love to hear from you if you've done a cross-continental flight in an aircraft. What aircraft did you fly? What continent did you fly across? I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. With that all out of the way, let's get to flying. Okay, I fueled up before I got started just to save some time, so we're going to start this, whoops, it's been a while, start this cold and dark as usual. If you don't want to watch me flip a bunch of switches, you can skip ahead and get to the part where I'm landing. I'll leave timestamps down below so that you could do so without much trouble. See if I can get this to roll here. There we go. All right. It's been a while since I've flown this bird, and I'll see if I can remember how to do it. I've been playing squad a lot lately and haven't done much flying, so I'm going to probably do some squad videos in the near future and then fly some different aircraft as well. So let's see here. I don't know what aircraft I'm going to fly yet, but I'm kind of looking toward the Vision Jet, which would be a lot of fun to fly. But yeah, I don't know yet. I'm still on this series, so we're going to wrap this series up and figure out where to go from there. All right, I am going to get a little bit of lighting here, just so I can see a little better. Get the booster pumps rolling. Right engine primered and ignite, or mesh I should say. Alright, we got a right engine firing off, and let's get this left engine primered. Take a look out the window. Well, let me switch it over first. See if we can get some engine power on the left engine here. Alright, we've got the engines rolling. Turn the booster pumps off here, and then we'll get battery power. Battery on. Alright, we have power to the radios, got the autopilot rolling, so I'm going to get the, oh, I guess it's got to load up first here. I'm going to get the altitude set, 10,000 feet, GPS is set. Wow, that kicked on a little late. Kicked on a little late like my tongue there. Stuttering over my tongue. Alright, where are we at here? We are going to taxi on out. Where are we? Yeah, over to the right here. So that's where we're headed. Get our landing lights on. There. So we are off and rolling. So look up over here. Oh, I guess that might have been the sun rising. I don't know. That was a weird red flash of light there that we experienced. Alright, just taxiing down this way and we'll get ready to go. I kind of like using the ATC voices on my personal time, but on the video it's really kind of annoying to use them. So I've actually turned them off and stopped using them for my videos. For those of you that are wondering, I prefer using the ATC, but for my videos I'm not gonna. It's like we have a heavy crosswind here, so it should be a fun takeoff. In fact, this is supposed to be the runway, but I don't think this airport, or I don't have this airport downloaded, so that is probably why. We'll get everything up and running, and here we go. Get ready to roll. Trying to adjust my camera here. Trim is really, I forgot to reset my trim, but could be the wind too that yep, we got wind issues. Oh, we got wind issues. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. We're gonna crash. Okay, well, on my first takeoff I crashed due to that wind, as you can see there, so we're gonna start this over again. And I'm going to get rid of these lights here. I think we're good. Just make sure we're all set here. I did a quick start up again and got on the runway. We're going to see if I can keep this thing on the runway. That wind is brutal. Here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Yeah, it's starting to pull me over to the left again, and this is crappy wind, man. Horrible, horrible wind. That is the name of this this journey across America's horrible wind on the runways from point A to point B, and yeah, we're off the ground. I'll leave that crash in the video so you can see it and see what happened. What I should have done was tried to throttle down and then go at it again, but I didn't. I tried to beat the trees and the trees beat me, so that is what happened. I'll throttle back a bit here so I don't blow my engines up. And see if my autopilot works. Alright, is it working? Is it working? I think it might be working. It is working, so now I can get my vertical speed up if it'll let me. Just so we don't go do a nosedive into the ground. There's some interesting buildings down there. Goodbye, Baltimore. Off we go. Alright, let's get the mixture back a bit. Go to auto rich. Come on, click into place. Alright, we are up and running. Vertical speed's at 1,000. I might drop it down a bit, just so I'm not climbing so high. Come on. I don't know why it's not going down. There we go. Come on. It's definitely not as reactive as it usually is. And now it is. Come on. What is going on with my vertical speed? It might be the wind. Gear up. kind of a rough start there, but at least we're in the air and it looks beautiful today. Looks like some clear skies. Now I know we're going to be flying past Washington, D.C. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any landmarks or not. And I don't know how close we'll be to it. But I'm going to keep my eye out for it as we make this journey. Yeah, it should be a nice and easy flight as long as there's no wind on the runway for our approach and landing. I just realized my altimeter reset itself. Oh, that's because I crashed. Alright, now we're good. Now we're good. Let's get our vertical speed down a little. So for some reason my vertical speed is not working. Well, it is, but it's very delayed compared to normal. Alright, there we go. Take a look outside here. Looks like we got a big industrial area below us. We're flying over a city down below here. I don't know what city it is. I'm going to take an outside look here and see what we're looking at here. We're about 23 minutes outside of JFK International. So let's check this out. See if we can figure out, maybe you can tell me where we're flying and what city this is down below. I don't know what city it is, but trying to see if maybe there's some landmarks that I recognize, but it all looks like any other city to me because I am not familiar with this city here. But yeah, it's a big city, whatever city it is. Lots and lots of buildings and streets down below. Alright, I'm going to take another outside look here just to see if I can see what buildings are down there, but we are so high. Just trying to get an eye on anything that looks familiar. I'm sure that bridge is something to somebody, but yeah, I don't know where we're at. If you know where we're at, what the city is, comment down below. I would love to learn. I like to learn geography and all of that. That looks like some sort of monument or school down there. Whoa, that guy just zipped by me. That was crazy. Alright, that was a close call. We almost died over this place there. It looks like some sort of governmental building. Alright, well, I'm glad I was outside to catch that plane just zip by. Man, that was cool. You don't get to see that every day, do ya? I'm going to start making our descents as we're getting close. We're about 18 minutes outside of where we want to be, JFK. So I'm going to go down to about 3,000 feet and see if my vertical speed will kick in here. 3,000 feet, vertical speed, please. We're going to do about 1,000 feet per minute. All right. And we are on the descent, which is awesome. See if there are any more kamikaze pilots out there that try to take me out. on the way there. I'm kind of wondering what this landing's going to be like, as it's super hazy. But, you know, I think once we get closer, I think the approach is going to be the hard part, with the sun being out there in our eyes and making that haze worse than it is. I don't know. We'll see once we get lower, but the approach might be kind of difficult. Where are we at? We're at 8,500 feet and descending. Alright, we're just about to hit the 3,000 mark on our altimeter. And we're about 10 minutes outside of JFK International, which should be across the water here, if I am correct. We'll find out here. Let's see if my autopilot will... Okay, it did. Alright, so I was having issues with my GPS unit on our last leg because I upgraded them or updated them, and they weren't working the way they are now, which is the correct way to work, by the way. So I uninstalled those updates and went back to the basic GPS in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's working perfectly, so that is awesome. It doesn't have as much cool features as the other ones did, but at least it's working. So if you guys are having problems with your GPS units in the DC-3, that's how I got through that. Looks like we're hitting some wind here, getting some turbulence. Getting a little bumpy. That's okay. Well, I guess we're 11 minutes outside, but I said 10, but what's a minute, right? It's a minute longer of me having to talk your ear off and take in the sights. Yeah, we're getting a little choppy. Hopefully the wind on the runway is not too bad. I'm going to zoom out a bit here. Hopefully I'm not too far off course. But it looks like I'm way off course compared to what the red line is, but not too bad if I zoom out, but if I zoom in, I'm off quite a bit. But that's not totally accurate all the time, so I'm not too worried about that. New York, here we come. Like a fireball out of the sky. Okay, we are flying over the water now, and we're about 5 minutes outside of JFK International. We can see New York City off to the left there, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've never flown into JFK or flown out of it, so this is a new experience for me, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely interested to see what JFK International looks like. And being that it's such a big city and so many buildings and photogrammetry that needs to be loaded in here, I'm kind of nervous on this landing. But we'll find out real quick whether or not my internet freezes my computer. So, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Now I'm looking, and I don't see any flashy lights, so I don't know whether or not the airport's just directly up there, or maybe this is the airport down here. It looks like runway is straight ahead of me. I guess I could do this here. Okay, so it's past that. Interesting. Very interesting. It doesn't show an airport down there, but it looks like there is an airport. It's definitely an airport. Well, maybe it's a military base. It probably is. So I'm going to turn the autopilot off here and get flying stick and rudder. I can get my altitude button to turn off. For some reason it is not. I'll just turn the autopilot off like that. There we go. I'm going to cut into our heading here myself and take her in for a landing. That's definitely an airport down there. Nothing on the GPS, so that's interesting. Alright, see if we can find our destination here. Lose some altitude. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I've never flown over this area before. New site. There's an airplane there that just vanished. The Bermuda Triangle or the New York Triangle. Alright. On track now. The airport should be just up ahead here. Well, there it is right there. Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it right there. That can't be it. Am I looking at this correctly? That should be the airport there. I don't think it is, though. Is it? That is the airport. Okay, well, that's the runway I'm supposed to land at, so we are going to... Oh, don't freeze on me. That's what I was afraid of. Don't freeze. Alright. We're going to do a go around here since I missed it. I was looking at the GPS and it almost looks like it should be off that way, but it's a little off, I think. I think my GPS is not reading correctly. Unless I'm not reading my GPS correctly. I guess I'm second guessing myself, maybe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is JFK International. I don't know. Yeah, that's JFK International. I'm just a dork that doesn't know how to look at my instrumentation and figure out where I'm flying. That's okay. I want to do a little more sightseeing. Look at that. Look at all those houses and buildings. Pretty crazy. Be pretty bad if there was a tsunami. There's no mountains. Alright, let's keep an eye on things here and try to loop back around to get to where I'm supposed to land. That was such an easy approach too. But that's what happens when you're new to flying into airports. You don't know what they look like or what the layout is, and you just go by what you see on the map, and sometimes it doesn't look right when you're flying into it. At least for me. You might have different experiences, but for me, I can get kind of confused. Just trying to see if I got eyes on the runway over here. Check out my GPS. Alright, let's try to drop her down some more and get lined up for that runway. Over to our right. I guess I could probably throw a full mixture on, huh? Throw my landing lights on. Come on. I'll just use my controller then. There we go. And give us some flaps here. Man, I hope it's not windy down there. I bet you these people down here that live right in front of this runway love the aircraft flying overhead. That'd be so cool to see. Although it might get annoying hearing flights fly over you constantly every single night. Alright, here we go. Let's make our turn into our runway here. And I hope we have enough room to slow down before we get here. Throw some more flaps down. Whew, it's been a while since I've flown this bad boy. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, it's so hard to land for me. I've practiced and practiced and practiced, and I still have a hard time. I just know that I'm going way too fast to land right now. So we need to give more flaps. We're gonna go lots of flaps to get our speed down here. There we go. Just kind of want to coast her in. Gear are down. Putting my flaps up. We're getting some internet stutter. All right, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't freeze. Here we are. We've made it to New York. Now can I land it without spinning out? Come on, baby. Come on. You don't have to spin out on me today. No spinning out today. No spinning out. This is our last landing on this flight. Let's do it justice by doing a nice slow touchdown without spinning out. Really? Really? Oh, you make me so mad. Well, we skid into a stop here. At least we landed with style, right? It wasn't a perfect landing, and I don't think I've ever had a perfect landing in this. Maybe one. But we made it to New York in one piece, if you don't count the crash at the beginning of this video. And we're here at JFK International, which I've never been here before. So I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like. It's huge. Super cool though. I've always wanted to fly here, and now I have. And I wanted to check it out. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm sure there's a payware version of this that's pretty detailed. But we're gonna park over here. I'm gonna come over here and park a little. Maybe crash into something on the way there, as usual. Where are we parking? We'll park right here. Right here. This is where we're parking. Probably where we're not supposed to, but what the heck. Alright, we have made it to New York. We have made it from San Francisco to New York. How crazy is that? I'm so happy right now. And you know, I thought we'd have a lot worse weather on the way. I really did. I thought we'd have clouds and whatnot. But clouds and rain and thunder and snow and ice. And I don't recall icing up. I may have iced up a little bit, but I don't recall too bad of weather. The worst weather's been the weather on the runways, which was the high winds for most of my takeoff and landings, which is kind of funny because I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I guess we should let our passengers out here, huh? Let's let them out. They're like, we made it. We survived. We're not dead. Thank God. I'll never fly roadkill air again. But all right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me and flying this flight across America in the DC-3. Has been a ton of fun, and I enjoy everybody's comments and questions and just the fun that we have together. I'd like to fly in person with all of you. If you guys are up for doing community flights, hit me up and maybe we'll hook up and do some community flights and just have some fun and hang out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. If you haven't caught any of the other videos in this series, I'll leave a card up above so that you can see leg 1 through this leg, which is leg 14, and you can get up to date on where we took off from and where we went and what happened. But again, thank you again for hanging out and watching my videos. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great week or weekend, whatever you have ahead of you. Stay safe and Godspeed.